Light-hearted.
Offbeat.
Stories
that are not necessarily the news.
All right, Crispin, we got a bit of a switch up this morning. We are talking about a situation, and we're going to see what you think about it.
All right, here we go.
All right, when it comes to marriage, everyone has their own ideas, right? About traditions, what ought to be adhered to, and what is outdated.
Right.
Now, while many couples opt to follow old traditions, such as asking the bride's father for permission to get engaged and wearing something blue, others are moving away from that old-fashioned, quote-unquote, I don't think it's old-fashioned, style of marriage. Now, one couple is particular, and they've agreed on the latter, where they decided that the bride wouldn't take her husband's surname, not because she's against it, but because in Belgium, where she's from, taking her husband's surname is not legal.
Right.
I had no idea. I've never heard of that. She said, me and my fiance Jake have been together for 5 years. We met in college when he was doing an exchange in my country in Belgium. He's from the US. He loved it so much there, he decided to stay. We're really happy. I met his family a few times. We went to visit them. They've never been to Belgium. And the couple, who are soon to be married, agreed that the woman would not take his surname. Now, it is not a tradition which takes place in Belgium, a decision which they were both happy with. But, of course, you know what they say, when the family gets involved. They went on a Zoom call with his family, and when they found out, all hell apparently broke loose.
Oh there.
And his mom started screaming at her, saying that because, she goes, because you're from a country of peasants, you should not punish your fiance.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. Fighting the words, boy. Jake defended me as her husband, or husband-to-be, and tried to calm her down, but she turned to her husband while crying and said they never came to my country because they know it's not nearly as good as the US, and that just proved it.
Oh there.
Oh my God.
All right,
Calm
so
down.
this is all going downhill.
Clearly. However, things took a further turn when the father-in-law then turned to her and said she's a petty feminist, and he didn't want to hear such nonsense.
Oh.
And since then, they've been sending hateful messages.
I think the two of them should have worked it out and just
So yeah.
come back and say, hey guys, we done it and this is what it is.
Yeah.
And the wedding is on this day, that's all.
Well, she says her fiance is conflicted. He grew up in a town where it was very uncommon for a woman not to take her husband's name, and agrees that it would keep the peace for his family, but doesn't want to force her into it.
Uh-oh.
Now, I agree with you. I think it's a decision between them. If they're comfortable with that, then that's their thing. A name's not going to change anything.
Exactly.
If you're in love, you're in love. If you're getting married, you're getting married. If you're committed, you're committed.
And the thing about it is, though, in this situation, someone has to give. So
yeah, a little give and take.
Yeah.
And if they were good with it before and now the family jumped in and they're not good with it, who are you trying to make happy? You?
Exactly.
I mean, you want to keep peace though. No one wants friction.
Well,
But I feel like they're being a bit aggressive about it.
It's
A
so
petty
hard
feminist.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pull back all of that with your family.
Yeah,
now.
what's said has already been said. So that's the only thing. You do want peace though. I'm not going to say not. But you guys can weigh in.
More mature in dealing with it though.
Apparently not.
As seasoned campaigners and experienced persons. Wow.
Would you be okay with that, Crispin? Someone not taking your last name?
I think I'd be open to that, yeah.
You're fine with that?
Yeah.
What about you taking her last name? You know people are doing that now.
Really?
Oh, you're quiet now. Okay.
Oh.
It's like, probs not.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
You're not on that path.
No.
So you guys can weigh in 629-0993. A little situation this morning, but I think at the end of the day, once they're okay with it, that, should be the thing. I don't think a name is gonna change things. Yeah. So you can weigh in. There you go. Those are some things that are definitely not
necessarily the news.